leaving the Diddy trial, trying to get in the tunnel now. Jane Doe, Jane Doe has finally finished her testimony. Can we go? Jane Doe has finally finished her testimony, and she is free to go. I believe she's going on a trip. But before she got off the stand, it was pretty. The fireworks was there between her and Tenny Garagos. Tenny Garagos kind of said to her, "Don't you have a rich? Isn't your child father, your child father rich?" She said, "Yeah," and she said, "How much do you make on? How much? What was the most you ever made on OnlyFans?" She said, 50,000. And she said, "Don't you can pretty much stand on your own 2 feet." She said, "You remember when you said you would something about the money?" She said, "How about the apartment you living in? Meaning, why don't you give that up?" And she was like, "I'm not gonna give. Well, that's kind of hard to answer because me and my son lives there." No, the fact of the matter is, she said she's making upwards of 50,000 a month on OnlyFans, which she probably made this month because she probably got a lot of views on OnlyFans because people probably found her just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity, people probably found her on OnlyFans, so she's gonna get an influx of membership. Man, look at that dog, man. Holy crap. Check him out. It's a beautiful boy. And he's nice, man. He's beautiful. Actually, nice dog. Nice dog. Nice dog. My ex had a dog like that, and that dog begged and for food, and he would steal from you. If you like walk away and your plate is there, your plate is got. But then he'll act like he didn't do nothing. He'll go in his crate after he don't took your food. But then we kind of broke him out of that, and he stopped doing it. But yeah, man. So at the end, man, what's up, y'all? I'm back. The trial was crazy. Like at the end. I mean, not the end of the trial, but the end of Jane Doe testimony. She was like, "So didn't you say you got $100 and some thousand from Diddy?" She said, "Well, how much you think I'm worth for 3 years? How much you think I'm worth for 3 years?" She doing it like this. Her head is like this. How much you think I'm worth? Hold on, Miss. My phone is like kind of. Hold on. There we go. She was like, "How much you think I'm worth for 3 years?" Right? I was like, "Uh-oh." Tenny Garagos was really calm with her though. She was like, "Yeah, so you said you made about 50,000 in OnlyFans? How much?" You said, "What's the most?" She said, "What's the most you ever made in OnlyFans?" She's pretty much just dragging her, like shaming her. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of shaming her in her questioning, like, how much you make in OnlyFans, right? She said, "What's the most you ever made in OnlyFans?" She said 50,000. "What's the least amount?" She said like 20,000 in a month. And she said, how much your baby father paying you in child support? 5,000, right? Your baby father paying you 5,000 a month in child support for your son. So don't you think you can stand on your own 2 feet? I think so, right? She said, what's up with the apartment you live in? Would you give that back?" Yo, Tenny was she went crazy on her. She was like this. Let me brush my shoulders on you, biatch. Let me brush my shoulders on you, biatch. That's how she was acting. They had a cat. They had a what you call a pisser contest. Like my boy, they had a moment with each other. Can y'all still hear me? Because every time I'm on live, I get a call. Y'all can still hear me, right? I think so. Um, Bruh, she was like, so you think you can stand on your own 2 feet, right? So you said you're not here for money and all that. Okay, all right. She said, well, why are you here? The Comey said that to her because she went back and talked. Comey went back and talked to her. Why are you here, Jane? I'm here because I got subpoenaed. That's why I'm here. I believe her. I believe her on that. She here because she got subpoenaed. And they reached out to Jane when he got locked up. And they trying to say that she was motivated by Cassie's lawsuit. She was motivated by that. So they really made her out to be a liar, man. Like, for real. They made her out to be a liar. But it's up to your interpretation on if you think she a liar or not. First, saying that, she's doing the freak offs because... All right, look, this is what she said. She said she didn't want to have sex with Paul or... I forget his name. So many of them, right? But yet, she's sending the dude a text message saying, bragging about how good the sex was. You know what I'm saying? So she lying. She lying. You know what I'm saying? Flirting with him when he said he can't believe they had such rough sex and how deep she could take it. And she was like flirting with him about it. And then she had sent a note talking about she enjoyed making love with Paul. She said making love with Paul. Hey, man, like we say in Thailand, she for the soy, man. She's for the soy. She's for the soy, man. That's just what it is, man. She's for the soy. And, but she's an opportunist. She gonna try. I'm sure she gonna sue him soon. But that's what I got out of it, man. I do not take her testimony. Do I think she's lying about everything? No. I don't think she's lying about everything. But I don't think she's Is she's a domestic victim? Yes, because he put his hands on her. She put her hands on him too. But she is a victim to that aspect. Was she's a victim to these freak offs? No, she did it for money. But they trying to make her not out to be what she is. What she did it for, she did it for money. Hey, Rachel, thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the blessing, Rachel. I see you. Thank you for the blessing. It was rather explosive, man. I mean, she sent the guy a message on how she enjoyed the sex and all that. That don't sound like no victim, man. It don't. So now a lot of people gave you some misinformation. Number one, Kanye West wasn't there. Somebody had said that Kanye West is outside. No, I was outside for the greater part of the morning. I did not go in. I waited till after lunchtime to go in the building. I was outside the whole time. Kanye West was not there. So somebody lied and said Kanye was there. He was not. And they also said that the defense has suffered and stuff. That's not true. I believe people are getting paid to lie, man. Just like somebody said that Comey was screaming in court. That's not true, man. I was in the court the whole time. Comey was not screaming in court. She did not lose her cool in court. Talking about Comey, the prosecutor. That did not happen. I'm hearing a lot of stories that's just not true. I guess it's just, you got to put that in the title. You got to put that in the title for clickbait. I'm assuming that's what it is, but that didn't happen. None of that happened. There was no secret cell phone. That didn't happen. No secret cell phone that they tried to get in court. That did not happen. Now, it was a story about Diddy's cell phone. That was in the beginning. of this case. Not today. That did not happen. So there's a lot of misinformation, man. Oh, and another thing, they said that Diddy talked to Rotten Mango, that YouTuber, in court. That did not happen. He did not. That did not happen. None of that happened. He didn't talk to anybody in court but his family. Because I seen him today. He was interacting, but it was his family. His sons were there. So I'm beginning to think, man, this is just a free-for-all for clicks, which I understand. I know everybody want clicks. Y'all not getting the real information. I'm just telling y'all that y'all not. Because somebody ran with, hey, yo, Kanye West is here. Kanye West is here. And then also they said that she refused to testify. That did not happen. That she did not refuse to testify this morning. She was just waiting because they were ironing out some issues with her testimony. That's it. And she was waiting in the back. But this is what did happen. When she left the stand, she walked right out the courtroom. She didn't go through the back. And she tapped somebody. She talked to somebody briefly. I don't know who it was. So if anybody report on that she talked to somebody in the courtroom, she did. I saw that. Talk about Jane. She did. And then somebody said, the Jane who y'all think it is not who y'all think it is. That's not true. That is who you think it is. Okay, so that did not happen. That's a lie. Somebody is trying to make you think that who you think it is not who it is. I think that person is being told to say that. No, it is who it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say who it is, but your first guess might be true. Okay? Now here's one thing that did not happen in court. They did not say Kanye West's name. They did not. Some people are alluding to the fact that when she went to Vegas, it might have been with Kanye West. Because I heard allegedly he's into those type of freak offs. And he's mentioned it. Then he wore a shirt that said Cuck recently. It said Cuck. C-U-C-K. He did it recently. And it was really his t-shirt. It said Cuck on it. He might be into the cuckold, man. That's what it is. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on, guys. They're lying to you. I'm telling you 100%. 100%. All right, maybe I need to start. Yo, man, y'all hit the likes for me, man. I appreciate it. Y'all hit them likes for me, man. I'm going dark, yo. Now I'm going to start lying to you. I'm going to have to start lying to y'all, yo. I got to get some likes, man. I got to start lying. Yo, Billy D. Williams was in court today, man. I'm dead ass. He was like shot Bella, baby, in court today, man. Billy D. Williams, man. Billy D. Williams was in court, dog. What's his name? Not Han Solo. What's Billy D. Williams' name in Star Wars? Lando Christensen, man. Lando Christensen was in court, man. Yo, let me get some likes, man. Lando Christensen was in court, man. Lord have mercy. Because that's what everybody doing. They lying, yo. So do I need to start lying? Let me start lying for some likes, man. Like, for real. One thing that I do know, nobody cares about the truth, man. Nobody don't. They like something entertaining. Like Lando Christensen was in court, man. I'm dead ass. No, I'm kidding with you. Well, you know I'm kidding. I said Billy D. Williams, yo. Lando Christensen was in court, man. Chilling. As a matter of fact, I did see Kanye, man. Me and Ye was chilling, man. Nah, I'm kidding with you. He was not there. But straight up lying, man. Lying. So I feel sorry for those that's not there, man, because you don't know what you're getting. But if you listen to Inner City Press, you are getting the real deal. I'm telling you are, because I was reading some of his stuff while I was on the break. He is telling the truth. He is writing it how it is in court. He is. But he's not getting everything, though. He's not. But he's getting enough of it for you to get the gist of what's going on in there. Oh, and look, check this out. Jane, like I said, it's this mysterious rapper and his girlfriend at the time. They flew her to Vegas with them, and she witnessed a freak off, and Diddy got mad about it. He said, damn, you went to another rapper's freak off? He was mad about that. And she showed her chest to the rapper. She showed her chest. Man, she just telling you, man, she for the soy, man. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. She for the soy, man. Like, for real. But I'm not knocking her, man. She got to get it how she live it. Some people out here getting it how they live it, man. I'm not mad at them. If you're going to get the money, get it how you live it. But however, I got to keep it 100, man. I don't believe her. I believe some of the stuff she is telling the truth about. But a lot of the stuff she may have embellished. She may have. That's how I feel about it. I feel that she embellished a lot of her story. That's how I feel about it. And I'm not taking her, I'm not taking her testimony for all of whatever. I'm gonna rank her testimony at the bottom. It was a good story. But I'm telling you right now, they right. That jury is not gonna buy her, man. They not. And I know people are saying these New York juries, they're not going to buy that. However, any jury won't buy that. Not just because you're from New York. That's what people are saying in the courtroom, man. New York is not buying that, man. Then somebody said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Jersey. They said, well, tri-state area. I said, well, it don't matter. I'm not buying it. I'm not from New York, but I'm not buying it. She was in it for the money. And I'm not hating on that, but just don't lie about it. But I understand she may have been motivated because maybe they interview her and change her vibration. So she got to do what she got to do, man. So, but yo, she got real at the end though. She was like, so you got 100 and some thousand? She said, well, how much you think I'm worth for 3 years? I was like, wow. She said, that's not what I asked you. She said, that's not the question. That's not the question. Are you going to answer the question? Yeah, man, she got an attitude at the end. She was ready to go, yo. She been on that stand too long. You know, this is how I feel about it. They had her on the stand too long. She shouldn't have been on that long, man. Because if I'm on the jury, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So I just think that she did it for the money. And then when she found out Cassie, you know, got a lawsuit and that thing got settled, she started thinking about the possibilities because I believe she's an opportunist. You know, just looking on the outside in, she's an opportunist, man. But is that enough to keep Diddy out of trouble? Guys, I don't know. I don't know about that. If I was him, I'd be a little nervous still. Because at this point, obviously his fate is going to be in the hands of the jury. But I started thinking about the Weinstein case. Weinstein jury, they had a holdout. Somebody was holding out. And guess what? I think they said the jury foreman stopped deliberating. And they ruled it a mistrial on the rest of the counts. Just straight up stopped deliberating, man. That's how crazy it was in that deliberation room, yo. It might be the same in this one. Or the jury might be in unison. So at this point, he's trying to go for a full acquittal, of course. That's the main objective. If not, he trying to get a mistrial, man. But I would still be very, very, very nervous if I was him. Because she did say after they had a fight, she went ahead and did the freak off. Even though, according to the text message, she was still okay with it. But just the fact that she had to do that after they had a fight is kind of crazy. But yeah, man, it got a little testy, man. It really did. That I tell you one thing about that woman though. Oh, this what Tenny Garrigo says. So I hear that you work out, right? Because you're a strong woman, right? She said, yes, I'm a strong woman, but not strong enough, not stronger than a man. And then Tenny Garrigos repeated her, oh, you're not strong enough for a man, huh? Okay. She said, oh, you're not. She said the man's strength overrides. No, she said it overrides. The man's strength overrides a woman's strength. And Tenny Garrigos repeated her. Oh, okay. A man's strength overrides a woman's strength. Okay. She like repeated her. Just the way she repeated her is very sarcastic. Okay. I got you. You don't need Mr. Cohn's money, right? But what about that apartment? She was like, well, that's hard to say. Would you get an apartment back or something like that? She said, I can't answer that because my son lives in it. I mean, her child lives in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it was a testy, very testy exchange. Very testy, I must say. Extreme exchange. Yeah, it was extremely testy, guys. But she got out of there, man. She's gone. That's it. She finally off the stand, man. I know she was happy to get off that stand, man, for real. If I would be happy to get off that stand. She was the longest witness so far. Cassie coming second. So tomorrow we're gonna, I think they're gonna hear from somebody that works for the Southern District of New York, and we're gonna hear from somebody else. It's a few people they name. As it stands right now, the government will rest their case. They will rest their case either next Wednesday or Friday. They'll rest their case, and then the defense will put on their case. Overall, man, all right, I'm assuming y'all can hear me now. I didn't get a response, but I think y'all can hear me now. Like I said, y'all getting lied to, man. I'm being real with you. Y'all are. Because we were outside talking about it. We like, why are they saying Kanye West is outside? He's not outside, man. You know, different stuff like that. And I think somebody said the Comey was yelling at her. That's not true. None of that's true. So I'm here to debunk all the lies if y'all got some questions. You feel me? No, I'm asking you, can you hear me right now, though? That's what I'm asking you. Like, can you hear me right now? I know I cut out, but can you hear me right now, though? Nobody is saying anything. Maybe y'all can't. But, I'll redo this if you can't hear me, though. But, however, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Did she hug the defense? She hugged somebody. I don't know who she hugged. She did hug somebody on the way out. If they saying it's somebody on the defense, then I'm not going to say that's a lie, because she did hug somebody. She did. Yeah, she did. And she did it in front of the jury. Yeah, she did, yo. She hugged somebody. I want to say she hugged a lawyer, yo. Yeah, she did hug somebody, man. Yeah, she did. Who did they say she hugged? Because I couldn't see it. I couldn't see who she was hugging. But she walked right out the courtroom, right up the middle. She walked right out there. She's a G, yo, for that. She did not walk out through the back, yo. She walked out like a G, yo. She walked out right through the front, right through the middle, where Diddy could see her, yo. She walked out right through the middle, man. She didn't go through the back. She got herself together and walked right out through the middle of the court, yo. Everybody rushed out to try to go get their phones, but they probably missed her because she just walked right out, and I know her car was waiting. And she may have walked out through the front. She may have. But I know everybody was trying to rush out the elevator to try to see if they could see her. But she probably beat them all out. Yeah, go. She liked, yo, for the record, yo, she liked Paul. For the record. Yeah, she liked Paul, yo. She liked Paul, for the record, man. Paul. Let me go find out. She going to find Paul. Like, Paul, I'm about to sue him. I think she about to sue Diddy, yo. Straight up. She about to sue, man. She like, oh, Cassie got that? All right, well, let me see what I can get, man. I participate in the freak offs too, man. I think Diddy should have hooked her up with some money, man. Even though he was paying her rent. Yeah, she talked. Yeah, they talked about it. He was like, he said that was the roughest that we ever had, and you took it real deep. That was the roughest we ever had, and it was hot. Took it real deep. Dang. Lord have mercy. He what you call, he hit the bottom, man. That's what he did, man. That's what they used to say back in the day, or hold them out. Just like that. That's what the old folks used to say, hold out. That's my grandfather used to say. That's my grandfather used to say, man. Hey, man, that's natural, man. It's a, you know, I'm not judging him for that. But just that we all know about it now. I know everybody like, who the hell is Paul, man? Paul might have been there. But shout out to Paul, man. Yeah, he gave her money to start a clothing line and a dress line and a swimsuit line. He gave her all of that. He gave her over $200,000. He gave her seed money to start her business. He was paying for her rent. He paying for her lawyer. What more did she want, man? What more did she want? That's why nobody, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody feeling sorry for her. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. This man, what else you want this man to do for you, man? He paid for your rent. You live in rent free. You say you made $50,000 off OnlyFans in 1 month. Like, what more do you want? She wants that lifestyle, man. That's why I'm not feeling sorry for him. These women wanted the lifestyle. That's why they say more money, more problems, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, half these women that get with you, man, it's for the money, straight up. And then she's sitting up there lying to him now, because she said to him, "Well, you lied too when you said that you were having orgasms with Paul." She said, "Have you ever had an orgasm with any of the entertainers?" She said, "No." She said, "Okay, so you were lying about that when you told him that." "Yeah, I told him what he wanted to hear." That I can believe. I believe she was lying. She could have been lying. Women lie all the time about it. Oh, daddy, man. With the way you made me feel last night, daddy. Oh, Lord, daddy. I'm like, stop playing. Stop playing. You know, you got that in the back of your mind. Stop playing, man. You know, stop playing. But said she was lying about that. No. She said, I just did it to make him happy. Okay, I can agree with that. She did that to make him happy, but the question was, did you feel forced, though? Did you feel forced to do it? The answer is no. You just did it to make him happy, but you didn't feel forced. Okay? But then she's saying that she never reached her climax during nothing, but she's sitting up there saying how good Paul was to Paul. This is what she wasn't saying. Was she saying that she was sent the text message when Diddy was around? She sent the text message when Diddy was around, to talk crap to Paul. I don't believe that. I don't believe Diddy was around when she was talking to Paul, man. I don't. I mean, Lord, you didn't feel nothing during that intimate session. I mean, you must be desensitized then. And she even says she like desensitized from it. So that could be it was just that she was just going through the motions because she felt like she had to please him, and then she get money out of it. But I believe she wanted that top spot though, because she got mad at Young Miami. She got mad when she saw him with Young Miami and Gina. And her and Gina, check this out. When her and Puff was fighting, she said that she called Gina on Puff's phone. And they started talking trash to each other. And Gina was like, you really don't, you don't want no beef over this. She said, you got to get your life together. You don't want no, Gina might have been younger than her, but Gina was kind of sunning her a little bit. She was like, you don't want no beef over this, sis. Really, sis? You want beef over this? It ain't really about that. You know what I'm saying? And then also, I don't believe what she's saying. Well, I believe she did catch feelings and she wanted that top spot, right? Because having that top spot comes with a lot of benefits. When she originally got with him, her friend used to date Puff first. And then her friend got engaged and then she took over. You see what I'm saying? So you get them how you lose them. However you got them, that's how you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them to another woman because that's how you got them. Right? But she was she was okay with him having other women when she got with him. So what changed? He's still with other women. So why are you getting mad that he's with other women? When you met him, he was with other women. He said he want other women. See, that's why I don't feel, a real person that's thinking, they're not feeling sorry for her, man. Even the people that's lying, they know deep down she's full of it. Okay, deep down. I'm just telling you how I feel looking on the outside in. I'm not believing a word because when you met him, he said he got a lot of women. You know he had a lot of women. Okay, he was messing with Gina before you. Okay, so now all of a sudden you get mad. She caught feelings. I get it. She caught feelings. She saw him on a vacation and treating the other one like a girlfriend, and she wants to be treated like a girlfriend. Baby girl. When you got with him, y'all started having these hotel nights. That's what he want. That's what you agreed to. You a hotel night girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think he kind of cared for a little bit. You don't set a budget for $100,000 to go on a vacation if you don't care about the person. He set a budget for $100,000, but she wanted that top spot. That wasn't good enough. She wanted the top spot. She didn't want to play her position. She ain't want to play her position, man. Like, guys, let me just say this. You ain't gotta have no money to get in drama. When you get to be a certain age like me, it's best to stay with one woman, man. Okay? It's best to stay with one woman, man, because when you with one woman, she commands all your attention anyway. You are now her personal psychologist. Okay? You are her personal psychologist. You're her personal life coach, because that's what you are. You are her professional listener, because she wants you to listen. Okay? So you got to be all of that. Okay? You got to be all of that. And the little energy you got to give it to her, if you know what I mean. You got to pay her naturally, because she want to get paid naturally as well. You got to pay her naturally. I got that from an ex of mine. She said, I got plenty of money. I just want you to pay me naturally. That's what she said to me. She said, I'm going to take you on a trip and all that, but a sister want to get paid naturally. I said naturally. She want to get paid naturally. I said, okay, I know exactly what you're saying. She said, that's all I want, just to get paid naturally. So you know you got to pay them naturally. And you ain't going to be able to pay them naturally if you're sitting up there watching adult films all day. You're not going to be able to pay them naturally because it's going to be a while for you to get the engine revved up because you've been playing too much. And now you don't lost sensitivity. So now you got to take supplements and all this stuff when you don't need. All you need is 2 aspirin and go do some push-ups, take a hot shower. That's all you need. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you can thank me. Go ahead and hit the Cash App, man. $MaxVWorld75, you know, to say thank you. Okay, to say thank you, because it really works. It really works, though. It does. I don't know what's up with the aspirin, but it really works. But anyway, let's get back to this. So at our age, Puff is 55 years old. Come on, man. It's time to settle down, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's time to settle down. It's time to settle down. If he get out of this, he gonna have to settle down or something. Because especially these young women, it's hard to keep up, man. It's hard to keep up, so you might as well get one and be done with it. It's so much you can do with one person if you got an imagination. You can keep it hot. But sometimes people at that, you know, I would never understand the life he lived because he has so much money and resources. He can literally have his fantasies come true tomorrow. Yo, fly, what's his name, man? You like that person from the video? Okay, fly him in so we can have him in person. You know, to each his own. Some people are into the cuckolding. And everybody talking about it now. I mentioned that. I said they cuckolds, man. I mentioned it before. A few weeks ago, I said they cuckolding, man. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. Some people are into that. Believe it or not, a lot of normal people are into it. Especially a lot of wealthy men or men that got power, CEOs and different men like that. That's a power trip. They want to be humiliated. It turns them on to be humiliated. Trust me, I know. Okay? No, I'm not gonna tell you the story. I'm not gonna repeat. I know somebody said he about to go into the story. No, I'm not. If I already told the story, you already heard it. No, I didn't take part in that, but I got a story though. But the fact of the matter is, people are into what they into. I'm not knocking people for what they into in their bedroom. You see what I'm saying? Some people like to role play, you know, different things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what it is. The thing is, was it coercion involved? That's the question. That's what the jury got to find out. Was there coercion involved, man? Did she do this against her will? That's what they're going to be weighing here. Okay? All the other stuff is just filler. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this right here. Was she forced to do this? Do you believe her? Do you believe her without a shadow of a doubt? That's the deal here. But even with all that said, right, it's still a rough case, man. He gotta be nervous. He gotta be really, really nervous. I know if that was me sitting there, I would have lost a lot of weight. Y'all be like, man, this dude, if he lose any more weight, we're gonna be worried about him. I don't know how he eating, because I'll be sitting up there. Lord have mercy. But you gotta respect people in life, man. You gotta respect people, man, for real. You never know when you're gonna need somebody. I'm talking about the people that you rock with. You gotta respect them. Because I'm gonna tell you something, 20 years from now, they're not gonna remember everything about you. They're gonna remember how you made them feel when they last saw you. That's the only thing they're gonna take with them. Oh, he was a cool guy, she was a cool woman. That's the only thing they're gonna remember of you 15 years from now. You know, money can't buy that, man. Money can't buy class and respect. You know what I'm saying? It can buy a lot of yes men. It can buy a lot of fake love. I know she said she loved them. I'm in a, man, avid chatter. If you hear, you said something yesterday. I was like, wow. You thinking she might have been sent from the beginning to take him down. They may have sent her. You know what I'm saying? I have to keep that in the back of my mind now. Was she sent? Was this a 5-year plan to take him down? Or a 4-year plan? Was it a 3-year plan? I'll say 3-year. Was it a 3-year plan? Yeah, you said that she may have been sent to take him down, and he fell for the banana in the tailpipe because he was getting high. He underestimated what was going on. Underestimated. Overestimated. He overestimated. Or underestimated. He underestimated, excuse me. I had to get it right. Overestimated, I think. I don't know, man. It's just late, man. Underestimated. Yeah, she might have been sent. She might have been sent, man. Allegedly. And look, the job is done. She going out of the country too. That's kind of a smart move. Because if I know where I think she going, she'll be straight over there. Her people ain't gonna let nothing happen to her. I promise you that. Not over there. It's them against us. It's them against the Farangs. That is 100. Only thing I know in life is you can't be sitting up here disrespecting people. I just know that. I don't care how much money you got, because people don't respect your money. They don't. The way things are out here, they don't give a damn about your money. You remember back in the day, people were into cars. Remember back in the 80s? Oh, look at him. He got that 3 Series. He got that Supra. Remember the Supra was hot? Remember the CRX? Now, people don't give a damn about your car. They don't give a damn. Man, I get Uber, yo. I don't give a damn about your car. They don't give a damn about cars no more. They don't give a damn about money. I'm just telling you that. They want respect out here, yo. People want respect. If you're respectful, you can roll out here, man. If you're respectful. You know what I'm saying? People don't care about this. Is a new day and age. This new generation don't care about that. Women out here, they don't care about that no more, yo. They want somebody to keep it 100 with them. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody, they want some realness. That's what they want, man. Women getting their own money out here, man. I'm around them every day. I know them. I know some personally. They getting their own money. My homegirl getting her own money, man. She getting her own money. She don't need no man's money. Them days is over with, baby. You know? Shit, nowadays women flying men out. That's how the game don't flip. They flying us out, man. Straight up. They flying us out, man. They don't care about your money, man. And now some of them will try to get you for your money, though. They'll try to get you for your money. They don't respect you. So this is a lesson for everybody, man. They straight up trying to take them down, man. Like I said, man, I think somebody from up top, yo. When I say up top, I'm not even gonna tell you what up top mean. And I'm not talking about up north. When I say up top, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody from the very top got pissed off, or a member from up top got pissed off, man. They're like, you got to go. Because this thing is 360. The reason why I say it's 360 because I don't know, man. It's an uphill battle, man, but his lawyers are doing a good job, but it's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle, man. Hey, man, Clive, ain't nobody even talking about him in this case. You know what I'm saying? Clive is just, I mean, is it like, it might be too late to get him, man. What is he, about 100? I mean, no, it ain't too late. Look what they did to Cosby. Look what they did to Bernie Madoff, yo. No, it ain't too late. It ain't too late. It ain't too late, man, to face justice. But ain't nobody go after him. They scared. That's why. But his reign is over. That guy that you just talking about, his reign is over. He too old, man. Clarence Avant is gone. The oldness is gone now. There's some new shit that's taking over. And that old stuff can't keep going on no more. There will still be some other people that try to do the old ways, but they better be careful. They better be careful because it's easy to sue now. You see with Weinstein, he trying his best to get his freedom back. They trying to say, nah, we're not letting you get your freedom back. It was a hung jury, and he still got found guilty on a charge. You feel me? They still found him guilty on something. You feel me? They found him guilty on something. Like, we gonna get you. We gonna find you guilty on something. Come on, man. You see I'm trying to parallel park. Keep it moving. Should I park here or should I go? Let me park here. I've been living in VA for so long. People think I can't parallel park. Like, man, I got my license up here, man. Come on. All right. This is where I got my license at. Know how to parallel, but people, it's true, in the South, they don't know how to parallel park, fam. They don't. I'm just telling y'all, it really is a thing. They don't know how to parallel park. All right, cool. I certainly appreciate y'all, man. You know, for rocking out with me. I certainly appreciate y'all. But definitely rocking out with me. So, yo, shout out to the person if you listen and said my little microphone. Yo, shout out to you because you ain't lying. I do got a little itty bitty microphone. He said, Max, what's up with your little itty bitty microphone, man? Yo, shout out to Miss Knockout. She took me to a nice Asian spot in Chinatown today, yo. Got me some, I finally got my vegetable fried rice, man. Shout out to her. It's right around the courthouse. We went over there, had some lunch real quick. Shout out to Miss Knockout, man. Shout out to the, we call her the MTA lady. She almost got into it again today, y'all. Somebody tried to raise up on it today. Somebody tried to raise up on her, man. I hope she stays safe, man, because she keep running. She keep doing what she doing. You know, it ain't gonna be good, man. But shout out to the MTA lady, man. But guys, now I got to get to my notes. Well, some of my stuff. Let me see. Some stuff that I didn't give you yet. Let me look at my notes. Let me look at my notepad real quick. Let's see what we can go ahead and give you here. Go in my notes real quick. She was talking about her and Diddy. They, you know, with Teddy Garrigo, she was talking about her and Diddy got into it, and they had a fight, and she hit him in the back of the head, and then that's when she took his phone and called Gina, and she was talking about, you know, the trip that they had to the Grand Canyon. And if you go to his YouTube page, as a matter of fact, let me see what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me fix this audio. All right, I had to fix the audio. Now I got my little itty bitty microphone to go over these notes. So she was talking about Gina because they took a trip to the Grand Canyon. Now, if you go to Puff's page on YouTube, if you go to his oldest videos, he had a family road trip, and you'll see the Grand Canyon. But in his video, though, it didn't show who he was with. It just showed his kids. They took a road trip, but apparently she had an attitude about that. But my thing is, I understand she may have caught feelings because, when she first got with him, she knew he wasn't a one woman man. He had plenty of girlfriends, like that. So, but as time went on, she felt like she earned that top spot. She did a lot for him. Okay. So she felt like she earned that top spot right there. That's what I wrote. She earned that top spot. That's what in her mind. She's like, I don't did this and did this for you. Can a woman at least be not in the dark no more? You got to still sit up here and keep me in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I mean, you gonna keep a sister in the dark? Like, I want to return. I never forget my homegirl said. You know what she said? My friend said. She said a woman want a return on her investment, Max. She said, especially if we putting in, all this work and stuff like that, we want a return. She said we want some type of guarantee. We want some type of title. We want something, for our for our time. We want a return on our investment, and we're not playing about that. That's what she told me. She said we want a return on our investment. So that's what she wanted probably. And then she said she traded insults with Gina because she took Puff's phone and got on the phone with Gina, and they started going back and forth with each other. And Gina said, "You want to make this a beef for no reason?" Damn, she talked like that. Damn, you want to make this a beef for no reason? And then Puff said, "Now that Cassie lawsuit came out, now you're attacking me." That's what he said to her, allegedly. And after the fight, guess who arrives? Anton. Anton arrives after the fight, and then they eventually, Puff was giving her the evil eye, about the freak off she went to. She went to another freak off, by the way. Just let y'all know that she didn't participate, or maybe I don't know, but I don't think they went into her participating in a freak off. But some rapper and his girlfriend at the time, okay, invited her to Vegas, and she attended a freak off. So before her and Anton got going, he was giving her the evil eye about this. So they went in the bedroom and talked about it. And then eventually they invited Anton into the bedroom. And the only thing she did with Anton is pipe him off until he finished. Gave him a mic check. I'm not trying to be graphic, but she gave him a mic check. That's all she did with him. She just gave him a mic check and he finished, and they let Anton go. So this is a crazy story. Like, it was two older ladies in there listening to it. They were in there jotting down notes. Boy, them ladies were shaking their head, though. They looked like they was in their 70s. They were in there shaking their head, man, like, Lord, have mercy. They looked at each other like, girl, do you hear this? Yes, I'm hearing it. This was like eyes wide shut type of stuff. Let me tell you guys something. I read this book a long time ago by Marcus Decide, called Juliet. You can go get it. It was recommended. That book was recommended to me by somebody. After reading that book, I realized that there's nothing a human is not capable of as far as like raunchy or debauchery. They're capable of anything wicked. Anything goes in this world. Like the stuff you can imagine, somebody out here doing it. And the rich, they be liking that, like these billionaires, they like to have those type of parties where they sitting there having parties and margaritas while somebody in the bed getting down while they all watching it. Yep. And I heard about the hotels that they rent out, and they all get together and have parties. And they said they leave the room, and they said, how did they go in there with a light. They said, how did semen get on the ceiling? And the dude that was working the hotel, he said, to this day, how did it get on the ceiling? He said they were that crazy in here that it got on the ceiling. How did it get on the ceiling? He was like, wow. He said they be having some crazy parties overseas. These oligarchs. He was living like an oligarch, man. Like they be having that type of debauchery. You said anything goes when it comes to 304s. Pimping ain't. Yeah, but he wasn't pimping though. You know, in the words of, well, I don't want to say his name because he said, man, you just boyfriending it. He said, you ain't the pimping. That's what he said. He said, half these people say they the pimp, they not the pimping. Puff wasn't the pimping. He was just doing his thing. Like, he was just living out his fantasies. That ain't no pimping and hoeing relationship. It's not. They were in a relationship. They were, but it wasn't a traditional relationship. What is traditional? What is traditional, right? But whatever is traditional is to you, they didn't have that. They had a non-traditional relationship. Yeah, he was a John, man. He definitely was. Because he was paying her rent. He was a John. A high class one. A rich John. Yo, these people get money. They think they can do whatever. Just like, they said allegedly Skip Bayless told one of his coworkers, like, I'll pay you $1 million to be with you. Allegedly, he said that. They don't like taking no for an answer, man. They'll pay. That's what is going on. So, okay, so we got to that. Um, Before, yeah, so I told you about the Anton situation. And then they after that, they didn't see each other for a while, right? They had a break, what they call they're one of their mini breaks. Then eventually they started texting each other, talking about they miss each other. And they saw each other. But every now and then when they see each other, they don't have hotel nights. They didn't have hotel nights all the time. They just hung out with each other, just chilled. They didn't even watch movies. They just chilled plenty of times. I always think about how could this thing have been avoided? It just got too far. It first started with Cassie. It got too far, man. With the domestic violence, that took it too far. It really did. When you got to put your hands on somebody when you're in a relationship, if you just can't just go take a walk somewhere or take a drive, you will realize, man, I'm sitting up here tripping. I could have lost my freedom over some BS. And then you calm down and you come home. You just got to walk away, man. You just can't put your hands on somebody. You just can't do that. When you're in a relationship, you're supposed to have a partner, not a child. You ain't trying to raise nobody. You're not trying to raise nobody. But yeah, he was upset over that mystery rapper going to a freak off, but they got it together. They did admit they had, and this was like random, they had sex for 2 days, no performer was present. They brought that up just to say that performers wasn't always present. So I don't that's what I got out of it. And he did say to her, since you got an OnlyFans and all that, you can have the house. Meaning the house that she's in now. I guess that's why he was still paying for it. But he told her, since you got OnlyFans, you're making your own money. She said it. She said the most she made on OnlyFans was $50,000 in 1 month. Hey, for me, man, where I come from, that's a lick. I know a friend of mine, we was having a discussion one time. He said, what if your old lady come to you like you didn't know, like y'all started to get together and start catching feelings for each other, and then she hit you with the news that she got her OnlyFans? How would you feel? I said, I mean, I did, yeah. I mean, what can I do? Tell her to stop doing OnlyFans? She was doing OnlyFans before she met me. What am I supposed to do at that point? And he said, what if she's making like 20,000, 30,000 here, 10,000 here a month, 30,000, and she good with you, like that. I'll say, well, I don't see the problem. Be honest with you, I don't see the problem. Now I think differently. Now here's the thing: what kind of OnlyFans is she doing? Is she doing OnlyFans with another performer? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be cool with that. I don't think so. But is she doing OnlyFans by herself? Is she want to include me in it? Now, more than likely, I'll think about it. I have to wear a mask. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to wear a mask like I'm Max Mysterio. You feel my screen name would be Max Mysterio, man. Like Rey Mysterio wear the mask. I'll be Max Mysterio, man. Out this piece. Hey, the fam. Look, I'm all about this. I'm all about empowerment of the female. Okay, because females are getting their own money out here. You can't be jealous and insecure that your old lady is making money. You cannot. That's a blessing. That is not a minus. That's a plus, not a minus. Okay. I'll be Max Mysterio out this piece. I said, baby, because I have a vivid imagination. I said, let's set up a scene. So I come in with my wrestling outfit on, like I'm Max Mysterio, and uh put you in the full Nelson. Like, come over here. Let me put you in the full Nelson. We'll make something work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into the baby oil. We're gonna have to get some essential oils and stuff like that. I can't do no baby oil because my ass start breaking out. I got sensitive skin. It ain't nothing for me to break out. Ain't nothing for me to break out. Okay? Ain't nothing for me to break out. But however, I will be open to I can't show my face though. You see what I'm saying? I have to have a mask on like I'm Rey Mysterio, man, out this piece. But you have to not be insecure if your old lady is making a lot of money. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. Dwayne Williams, you said Diddy oil your buns down. You want Dwayne you want Diddy to oil your buns down? All right, Dwayne. Shout out to Dwayne Williams, man. I don't know what you mean, Dwayne, but shout out to Dwayne, man. Yeah, I have to wear something to cover my face, Yasmin. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you got to be. Dwayne saying LOL. I don't know what did you mean, Dwayne? You saying oil your buns? I don't know, man. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Um, Shit hit the fan when Cassie lawsuit came out. Okay, stuff hit the fan. She mentioned one time Don and her was asking for a condom. This was in May of 2021. She claimed that her and Don was asking for one. He didn't want to give him one, but he finally gave him one. They used one, so I don't know. That was just something that came up twice in this testimony throughout the time she was testifying. Then she also mentioned in December 2023 that Puff threatened to release some videos of her. Then she said she called KK to try to smooth that over because she said she believed him. She don't know what he was gonna do. So he threatened to release some videos and all that, but obviously he never released them. He never released them. So, but she said she called KK. Now, is KK going to testify, guys? I don't know. I didn't hear her name yet mentioned yet about testifying. I don't know. Now, here's my question: if she don't testify, will she testify for the defense? That's my question. Because I didn't hear nothing about her testifying for the government. Now, she's supposed to be his right hand man. How come they got all these other people to flip and then get her to flip and then get the bodyguards to flip? That makes you think, right? So we will see. We still got more to go here because they said they're going to close their case by Wednesday of next week or Friday. So that's still more people to testify. So we're going to have to wait. She may be on the roster to testify. She may be. So we're going to have to wait for that. So, yeah, I already talked about. She said she didn't have orgasms with the entertainers. Says she faked it. So that's believable. I mean, maybe she did, you know. She mentioned that he helped her with a dress and swimsuit line. She said, although they became profitable, but not enough, to pay off all her debts. But they became profitable. She kept saying that she went along with the hotel nights, even though she didn't want to. She said her partner was responsible for her livelihood at that particular time. So I guess she felt like it was a job that she had to go along with it. She said she told him finally she didn't want to be effed in the streets no more. She said she tired. She's been getting effed by strangers since 2021. That's what she said. And she said she tired and she done. She said she tired. She don't want to do it no more. And that's it. I believe she did. At some point, she did get tired of it. I believe that. So yes, I do believe that she did get tired. At some point, she didn't want to do this anymore. She wanted some guarantees that she wasn't getting, and it could have been a situation when this Cassie lawsuit came out. She started thinking like, look, this woman about to get all this. This woman don't settle for how much money? This woman is not stupid. The one that was on the stand, she's not. She's not stupid. She said, you ain't try to give me no guarantees or no nothing. But my question is, who did she hug when she got off the stand? She did hug somebody. She did. She talked to somebody real quick and she hugged somebody. You said Gene Dill reckons he could get off. Yeah, he could get off. He could. It's gonna be up to the jury, man, at this point. Yes, he can get off, but it's up to the jury. We know that. So that's what we do. What we do know is the jury. That's it. Do y'all have any questions? You said she's not tired. She's worn out because she's been run through and her cat. Well, no, I don't mean her cat looking like roast beef. No, no. I wouldn't say that. Um, I mean, I wouldn't say that. Even us men get tired. You know what I'm saying? A man get tired too. If woman been ran through, a man could be ran through. You know what I'm saying? It's always a double standard. A woman don't want a man been ran through either. You know what I'm saying? But usually they're more accepting than we are. A man can't take that. He can't. I don't care what y'all say, man. You can sit up here and cheat from here to Friday. If you find out your woman cheated on you, your heart is broken for a lifetime. Okay? Respect your woman, respect your woman, and respect your woman. And what you need to do, how you got that woman, you got to keep it like that. Y'all, if you got her when y'all going out on date nights and taking trips around, you gotta have to continue to take them trips. You said juries in a way let us know what we are willing to accept in civilized society. Right, Yasmin. Men could be ran through as well. Men could be for the streets too. I'm just telling you. What's good for the other side is good for us as well. We also could be for the streets. Okay? No woman want a man that she want to settle down with to be for the streets. You know? That might be a nice Saturday night surprise. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't gonna want to settle down with you if you're from the streets. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up here giving swipe on demand. They're not trying to sit up there and be with you. You giving swipe on demand. You know, you can't give swipe on demand. But that's another story. That's for another video. That's too grown. That's too much of grown folks talk right there. We'll have to come back to that. Look at Christy. So look, that don't brought Christy out the bushes. Look at Christy don't fell out the bushes when I said that. Christy just fell all the way out the bushes. Okay, I don't even know if Christy gave me a like. I don't know, Christy, did you give me a like? I don't know, Christy. Christy don't fell all out the bushes on that one. It's true though. You can't sit up here and give swipe on demand. You know? Mm-mm. That's teenage stuff right there. That's when you're a teenager. And plus, a woman know if you for the streets. A woman know that more than we know that. They know they could tell if you from the streets or not. They could tell. They could tell by your conversation, everything else. They got you down already. They already have a profile on you. All they have to do is talk to you for a few days, and they already got a profile on you. So, and then also, like I said, women they pay attention to your routine. They pay attention to the routine. They got your routine down already in the mental Rolodex. Okay, they already know. So you can't really lie too much there. Don't even try. Like I said, you get to be my age. You don't want the necessary drama. You don't want to have to sit up there and lie and remember your lies, because they'll question you 2 months later on it. You don't want to sit up there and you got to remember a lie, and it's just too much, man. Get your old lady and settle down with and travel the world, man. Go to France and go to the Louvre, man, and look at some art, man. Go to Italy, go to South Africa, go somewhere. Go around the world, man. You better leave these streets alone. Ain't nothing in these streets, man. The streets is dead. Yo, the streets been dead since the 1980s. It's nobody ain't know that. It's been dead. I don't go outside. You know, people say I'm outside. I'm outside for a reason, but I don't be outside like that, man. I don't want to be going to nobody's block party, nobody's cookout, man. I'm trying to chill. We trying to stamp stuff on our passports at this age, man. That's just it, man. We trying to stamp our passport, and we trying to have a good time together, man. Because we never know when this experience is over. However, you said women always also pay attention to everything from behavior to everything, man. But anyway, as it stands right now, I'm just waiting for the jury. That's it. Waiting for the jury. I'm waiting for the jury, man. It's going to be really crazy when they start deliberating, especially closing statements. Let me just say this for the defense for closing statements. They only get one shot at it for the closing. The government goes twice because they have the rebuttal. So the government goes first, they're closing. Defense go next to answer the state. And then, the government has the rebuttal. The reason why they go twice is because they have the highest burden. The burden is on the government to prove this beyond reasonable doubt. To prove this case beyond reasonable doubt, they have the highest burden, so they go twice. With that being said, again, the defense has one shot at it. They got to make it count. My suggestion, Brian Steele for the closing. Brian Steele has to be the closer. Brian Steele. They got to hammer home to the jury. They got to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes on what reasonable doubt means. They got to hammer home what reasonable doubt is. Guys, I bear witness. If they create doubt in all those juries' mind, he's on the verge of coming home. He's on the verge of coming home, man. He's on the verge of coming home. He's on the verge of coming home. If they can create doubts in all 12 jury members, it has to be all 12. It can't just be one or two. It has to be doubt in all 12 minds. If that's the case, he's on the verge of coming home. Okay? He's on the verge of coming home. So who's going to be his Mariano Rivera? Who's going to be his closer? Yes, Brian still has to pull a Jose Baez. And, man, I'm getting goosebumps when you just said that. Oh, man, Jose Baez. He pulled two miracles out. I seen him pull two miracles. The first one was Casey Anthony. Everybody says she's guilty. And when I heard his closing, I said, guys, there's doubt now. They said, what are you talking about, Max? Nobody, this reasonable doubt. He got the case. He got it. They said, no, she's guilty. I said, no, man. He just created doubt with his closing. He put it all together in his presentation. His presentation was impeccable. Okay? It was marvelous. Guys, it was beautiful. His closing was beautiful. If you go watch it, go watch Casey Anthony, Jose Baez closing. Go watch it. It was beautiful. And guess what happened? The jury reached a verdict. Everybody said, oh, no, she guilty. Came back not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, and guilty. She was guilty on one count, but it didn't call for jail time. And I said to myself, this man just pulled a miracle. And guess what? I saw him pull a second miracle, a second one. Aaron Hernandez second trial. You know, Aaron Hernandez, he passed away now. He, unalived himself in prison because he was serving a life sentence for the first case. But the second case, Jose Baez took over. Guys, I'll never forget his closing. That was the second best closing I have ever seen. That was the second best closing I have ever seen in my life. The first one was the late great Johnny Cochran. The second one was Jose Baez. He pulled a miracle. I said, guys, Aaron Hernandez he's going to be found not guilty. They said, you crazy, Max. You crazy. Guess what happened? The jury has reached a verdict. They came back not guilty on everything. I said, this man pulled a miracle again. So that leads me to say, who's going to be their Mariano Rivera, man? Is it going to be Brian Steele? It has to be Brian Steele. Brian Steele, if he create doubt, and look, the closing, you can't put us to sleep during the closing. You can't put us to sleep. It has to be somebody to keep our attention. If Brian Steele, like I said, all he has to do is create doubt. It's a hard thing. He had to create doubt in all 12 jurors' mind. If he do that, the man is coming home. He's coming home. He coming home, man. He gonna walk right out of that federal court building, a free man. if he can do it. I don't know who's closing for the defense. We're going to get to that, Shannon. We're going to get to the Trump part, and we're going to get to it. You're never supposed to talk. Like, he did say some stuff about Trump, but Trump did say, even if the person don't like me, if I feel like they're getting taken advantage of, I'll pardon them. So that has to be in the back of his mind. Did you know Trump pardon is so powerful that if he pardoned Diddy, he walked right out of that jail and is forgiven. But it still be on his record though. But he get his passport back. He go back to society. That's how powerful that pardon is. Yes, he still have the lawsuits to deal with, Yasmin. Yes. But he has to win this to make those lawsuits less strong. Okay. He got to win this. He worried about this right now. He not worried about the lawsuits. That's secondary. Well, see, that's the mayor, Shannon. Puff ain't worried about the mayor, you know what I'm saying? He worried about himself. Like, yeah, he pardoned a bunch of people. That don't mean he gonna pardon this one. All eyes, if there is a conviction, all eyes will be on the White House at this point. It will be on the White House. To see what he do, see if he will issue that. This case is a little bit, we'll see. Dane C said Puff don't need a pardon. He has enough evidence of prosecutorial misconduct to get the conviction thrown out. Yeah, we'll see. This is definitely a case that we all can learn from. Definitely can. You don't got to have as much money as Puff. You just got to treat your old lady correctly. You do. She got to treat you correctly too. If she can't do that, you got to walk away, man. There's too many out here. You got to walk away and get on back out there, man. Get on back out there, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth the headache, man, especially when you're my age. Or any age for that matter. It's not worth it. There was no issue with the phone, Yasmin. That was a lie. They lied to you today. That phone situation happened early on in the case. When he got arrested and all that, they were collecting evidence. That's when that issue came up. That's the old news. There was no issue with the phone today. They saying stuff to get clicks, and it's working. It's working. It's all in the title. I can make up a title right now. I could say Puff got caught out there in court today, and he will for sure be found guilty. The views will go up. I'm not doing that. Nope, that was a lie. There was no issue with the phone today. Everybody outside was talking about it. Like, what's going on? Why would they be saying that? That's not being said in court. And everybody said, hey, man, if you can get the views, if it converts into money, so be it. No, Kanye West did not show up today. I was out there. He did not show up. Everybody out there, this dude with the camera, he was like, well, why would somebody say that, man? He said, this is getting ridiculous at this point. He said, it's making us all look bad as YouTubers. It's making us look bad, man, because they're not respecting us. It's they making us look bad. No, Kanye West did not show up. Mr. West, trust me, if Mr. West showed up, it'd have been on TMZ by now. Yeah, they lying. Mr. West did not show up. He did not. I tell you who showed up though. The MTA lady. She showed up. I remember when he said that, Antoine, it's the power in the pause. Yeah, the MTA lady showed up and she almost got into it today. Yes, I haven't seen Gene today or yesterday. He may have been there when I wasn't there, but I haven't seen Gene when I was there, no. Because Gene would have been on the 24th floor with me. 24B. He wasn't in 24B. Trust me, I can't miss him. He wasn't in 24B. She got into it with a TikToker. This guy that do TikTok. She got into it with him, up in each other's face. I thought he was going to do something to her. But somebody talked him down. They walked him away. Like, get out of here. Let's go. Where's my brass knuckles at? He said, do you know I'll delete you out here? I'll delete you out here. And she was recording. Ooh, I'm recording. See what he said to me. And then somebody talked him down. Like, nah, man, get away from her. She trying to get you in trouble. Get away from her. You can't say that out here. Get away from her. And then she calmed down. When I saw her, we were just kicking it. She was just talking, listening to her music. Yo, the guy came out there again with his music today. He came out there again and be in his pocket, playing the oldies so he can copyright everybody. He was out there again. And then somebody said something, did not say something to him. He said, yeah, I got my lavalier mic, so my mic can't catch your music, just to let you know that. And he started laughing. He said, yeah, your lavalier mic. He said, my lavalier mic is not catching your music. Just to let you know. He said, your music is not effective. And the guy just laughed. Yeah, he just out there with his music. I think it's by design though. Because you will get copywritten. If you try and do some content out there and he playing that music, you getting copywritten. Straight up. Everybody moved too. They're like, oh my God. People was hurry up muting their microphone and everything. Like, man, this guy playing music, man. He be out there every day. I ran into, what was the guy I ran into? He said his name is oh man, what is his name? I ran into somebody. He was like, my name is I can't think of it right now. Old school cat. You said, did they show Jane Doe on the screen? Yes, we saw what she looked like. I'm not telling you who she is. I know who she is, but I'm not telling you. And then there was somebody that reported that she's not who y'all think she is. So I think somebody told her to say that. Nah, fam. That girl walked right out that courtroom through the center. And she hugged somebody. She did. She talked to somebody and hugged somebody real quick. Somebody said she hugged somebody from the defense. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny, but she did hug somebody. She did. Is she fine like wine? Yeah, she fine like wine. Yeah, she is. Nah, she not no random nobody. Nah. She's somebody. You said Fareed Muhammad? No, Fahim. His name is Fahim, Jesus. Jesus. His name is Fahim. Not Fareed. It's Fahim. I'm not sure. They didn't. I didn't hear them saying his name is being called. I didn't hear that. You said she hugged a prosecutor and a defense attorney. My friend was in the courtroom what a day. Okay, she did hug somebody. She said she hugged a prosecutor and a defense attorney. Yo, man, she walked out of there like, all right. She walked right up out of there. Antoine, see, Max said, did you have a security clearance? I know what he's saying. I know why he said that to you. I know why he said that. I know why he asked, did you have a security clearance? And hold on, let me see if you answered him, though. You said, I don't know what you're talking about, Antoine. No, you got to answer him. He said that to you. He called you out. He said, do you have a security clearance? You got to say yes or no, man. It's either yes or no question. Damn, Antoine, he called you out, Mac. He said, do you have a security clearance? Yes or no? It's a yes or no, man. You said, I don't know what you're talking about, Antoine. No, he asked you that for a reason. I don't know what his reason is, but he asked you for that. He said it for a reason. You said she had been working with defense. Nah, she ain't no random. She been established for years. Facts. You said, I don't know why for real, Max. I don't know, Mac. Don't you ask Antoine. Ask Antoine, yo. He ain't gonna ask you again though. He said that for a reason though, whatever his reasoning is. Because by law, if we approach you on it, you have to give us an answer and you can't lie about it legally. You know that, right? If somebody asks you that, you can't legally lie if you have a clearance or not. That's why he said it. And you could dance. He said, "Man, you could dance around the question," but he only asked you one time. He moved on from it. And Mac, I already know you know what that's about. You know what that's about. That's why you was tripping. You're like, what? He Mac been around a long time, Antoine. He been around a long time since Aaron Hernandez. He been around a long time. He been on a panel plenty of times. This was back in the day when you used to have panels back in the day. I'm surprised you don't remember Antoine. Mac is cool. We just messing with Mac. Um, no, he not about to kick you off. Mac, you've been around a long time, for years. Yeah, I know you ain't a troll, but that's not. He didn't ask you that you're trolling. That's not why he said that. He sound like my boy Knowledge. My boy Knowledge don't. He be in the bushes. He said, "Yo, I don't go in the chat." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Yo, the feds be in the chat. Everybody feds to my boy." He said, "Nah, man." Because I wanted him to come up there to the trial. He said, "Nah, you think I'm gonna go in the trial?" He said, "That's Fed Central." That's Fed Central. But yeah, so she hugged somebody. So yeah, she said she definitely did. She definitely did, man. She walked right out the center of the courtroom and out like how everybody else walk out. And she was done. She back to her life. Yeah, she back to her life, man. You said who's been the victim in this trial, Max? Who do you feel was serious about their testimony based on Cassie was? Cassie testimony was really serious because Cassie went through a lot of abuse for those 10 years. She went through a lot of abuse. Her testimony was hard to listen to. It definitely was. Oh, what did he ask, Antoine? You said questions like that can get someone flagged for exposing privileged information. Okay, what was the question? I don't know what was the question that he wrote down. I didn't see the question. Now, if it's a question that I think that can get me flagged, I just ignore it. But I just didn't see that question though. But usually, Antoine, I just ignore those questions. I pretty much know what everything can get me flagged. As far as trying to reveal her name, stuff like that, who she is, I don't answer stuff like that. But as far as was she looking fine as wine on the stand, of course she was. What was the question, Antoine, that he wrote down that could have got me flagged? Just be what's going on. No, the TVs were not off. Yeah, certain stuff, Shannon, we know not to answer. No, the TVs were on, but we not allowed to say who she is because she is going under a pseudonym. No, the TVs were never off. What was off was the exhibits. We couldn't see the exhibits, and we couldn't hear the exhibits either. Certain exhibits, they muted it. But as far as her on the stand, we saw her. We saw her. Right, Shannon. Oh, when he asked if her identity was revealed, that I can't answer that. I can't answer that because if I did, I could get in trouble. Then, excuse me. If there's a question, I just know not to answer it. We have to follow the same rules of the traditional media. But general stuff. How was people acting in court? Stuff like that. I can answer all day. What was the overall thoughts and stuff? It's all over the place. The overall feelings that people are getting is all over the place. Depends on who you talk to. Some people think that the government has an edge, and some people think the defense is doing their thing. So it just depends on who you talk to. Yeah, we know today's not your first day, Mac. We know that. I know. Well, I know that. I know today's not your first day. Hey, Khadijah. You said, shoot, I would have loved to go to the trial. You can still go, Khadijah. It's going to be all throughout the whole month of June, past July, past the 4th of July. I'm not going nowhere. If you want to sit in for a few days, come on. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do come, you have to check your cell phone in. They give you a number. You can't have cell phones in the courtroom. They'll check it for you. They'll check it in like coat check. Yep, it's like coat check. You check your phone in, go sit down. It's nice. You got a lot of AC in there, so you don't have to worry about it being too hot. Yeah, YouTube is a serious it's serious out there. Yeah, there was a delay because they were ironing out stuff. Um, the what do you call it? The lawyers were going doing their business with the judge, taking care of business. But to say he was very frustrated, I'm not sure. I can't answer that. I wasn't in the courtroom to know if he was frustrated or not. But when I said I got there late, I actually wasn't late, guys. I could have just walked in and not missed nothing. So they told me, Max, you didn't miss nothing. You can go in there now. She's not even testifying yet. I said, what? So yeah, it was like a 2 hour delay. But they were just ironing out business and stuff like that. Yeah, Rachel in the house. Yeah, so he was just taking care of business. Man, I really appreciate you, Rach. Appreciate y'all for the likes, man. I really do. I appreciate you guys in advance. And if you would like to hit my Cash App, if you would like to donate for the parking and stuff like that, is $Max V World 75. MAX, the letter V is in Victor, World 75. Yes, indeed. That parking is off the hook out there. I don't get there early enough. The parking is off the hook. Tell you that much. Parking and everything else. You said someone has a title. He left crying today, shaking my head. Who left crying? Who left? Who they say left crying? Celebrity. I'm curious. You said he left crying. Well, here's the thing. I bet you that video is getting a lot of views right now, isn't it? That's why I bet you the video is getting a lot of views. Correct? Oh, they won't let you keep your phone in the Nature Boy trial. Okay, that's how it is here. You can just sit in, but you're gonna sit in the overflow room though with me. You'll see me if you walk in. I'll be in the overflow room. Now, if you want to get there mad early, like 6 in the morning, and wait online, you might get in there where Diddy is. I'm not trying to go in there because I'm not trying to get there and wait online. I would love to though. Yeah, check Celebrity and see how many views they got so far. I know they killing it with the views with that title. They killing it right now. Killing it. But it's just sitting in there watching. But I'm just giving them Khadijah. I'm just giving them Kaja. I'm just giving them the real deal from what I'm seeing. I got to give you the real deal. Thank you, Antoine, for the Cash App. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Antoine, for the Cash App. Can you share my Cash App in here, Antoine? My Cash App link or my Cash App handle with the $sign. Because a brother needs some parking. Oh my God. Yes, I do. I need a whole lot of parking. Yeah, I'm trying to give it to you like I'm not lying to you. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give it to you how I see it. And I don't know. You said that video is getting a lot of views. I don't even think that person comes to court. Yeah, it's getting a lot of views, of course. Them video views going up right now. But I'm gonna tell you something why I don't do that. Did you know people watch me? I don't even know they're watching me. A brother needs some milk, Scoop, for sure. I need some milk. When I'm looking at them parking, I need some milk. But let me tell you something. People are watching. I don't even think they're watching. You know how people know who you are? They just say, hey, how you doing, Max? I said, oh, I'm doing all right. You know who watch me? Man, a lot of people do. On the low, they do. And I don't think so. I'm going under the radar, right? But I'm not. I can't go under the radar, dog. I just can't. I try to. I try to like ease on in. People, they see me. What's up, Mac? I'm trying to ease on in and sit down. Walking in front of the courthouse, trying to just ease on by. They see me coming. Even the guards, they be like, "Yo, I seen you on YouTube. I see you." They be watching. Like, wow. So everybody watches. Everybody's interested. Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip. He's been there. Yes, he hasn't been there every day. I didn't see him today. His mother, Queen's Flip mother, is there every day. I sat next to her today in the overflow room. Queen's Flip mom, Mama Flip, Miss Flip. Yep, I see Miss Flip every day. Queen's Flip come out there too. He come up there. His son be recording him. His son is the one with the camera. That's Queen Flip's son. Yeah, they be out there. And you know the crazy part about it, he know who I am. He's like, "What's up, Max?" I know how he probably know me. He know me from the when I was doing vlogs on Chris Unbiased. That's probably where he know me from. He came up to me, "What's up, man? What's up, Max?" I'm like, "What's up, Flip?" He said, "I can't call it." I said, "I can't call it either, man. I need to go back in that AC, man. I'm too big to be sitting out here in this heat. I got a tan though. The tan is crazy. It's $ Max V World 75. That's it right there. Thank you, Ant. Because I need some milk. With that parking, oh my God. Brother needs some milk. I need some milk or a sponsor. You say God is there, one up top. Hey Zeus, you said God is everywhere. You say send my S's Catholic brother some dope. Man, listen, I need some milk, man. I for sure do. I need some milk. But overall, I enjoy going every day. I can't complain. The people are nice. All the vloggers are nice. Um, Everybody know each other by now. Even the mainstream media, the hosts and stuff that you see on the news, I see them all every day. The young lady that be on CBS, I see her every day too, with the short hair. That's the one that pulled out some now laters. And I wanted some now later. I think she either had now, she had some type of candy. I don't know what it was. I wanted some. I'm all looking over her shoulder in her business. I said, brother needs some candy. And guess what? I brought some candy to for court. You know, like I'm in church. Because them damn church pews hurt. Them church pews, them wooden benches we sitting on. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. But it takes my mind off it because I be writing notes. So I'm constantly writing notes. So that's what takes my mind off everything. But shout out to Jane, man. She got spunky at the end. She was like, how much do you think I'm worth after 3 years of this? How much you think I'm worth? Oh my God. Boy, her and Tenny was going at it. Her and Tenny Garrigos. Tenny Garrigos said, that's not my question. That's not what I said to you. Mark Garrigos was there too, watching his daughter perform. You know what I'm saying? Watching his little girl. Watching her perform, man. He was there. The OG was there. The OG was there, man. The OG of this legal business. He was there. Yeah, the Bottega bag. And she was like, you know, they trying to say she was jealous because she got that and the other one got Gucci. The Bottega bags cost a lot of money. But you know, with females, they want a Louis bag or something like that. They want some Louis. Okay. They want some Louis, man. Something like that. I can take you right down there to New York and get you a Louis bag. You understand? I can take you somewhere because all that stuff is made in China. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I could take you right now to New York right now and drive you over there to go get you a Louis bag right now. Okay? I can go get you a Louis bag right now because it's all made in China. Straight up. China said it. China gave us all the tea. They said, no, we make all that. And it don't cost nothing to make. It costs nothing. And Rachel could vouch for me because I was with Rachel when she got her a Louis pouch, not a pouch, a hand pouch, or something you put credit cards in or something. I was with Rachel when she bought one. So did. Rachel will tell you she was in New York with me, Aunt. She sure did buy one. Yeah, they still around, Aunt. I could take you. You ain't got to go spend $1,000. Shit, we keep that to travel with. We keep that $1,000 to go travel with now. I can go take you. I was right there. We got the video, my video on YouTube. The when me and her was in at the spot. Now surely, yes, she can afford the real stuff. She sure can. She got the real stuff. But she went and got one of those. I don't know if it was a clutch. What did you buy, Rachel? Was it a clutch? I'm not sure what it was. It was like a little hand thing. It was a wallet. She bought a wallet. It was a wallet. Now, see, if I go buy somebody one from New York, they was like, man, Max, this is fake, man. No, what are you talking about? China just said they make everything. It was a fanny pack, fanny bag. China just gave us the tea. They told us what the deal is. So let's all them Bottega bags you getting that stuff all made from China. So it's all made from China. So that's just what time it is. So you can keep that money and go travel with it. Yeah, and a wallet, and she bought a wallet. Yeah, them bags ain't plastic. Look, Shannon said she keep her. Well, you still rocking. You said, well, I look like with LV. You said you keep your guest bag, Michael Kors. But look, you got a Michael Kors and you got a Coach. That's still something. Yeah, they take a light and show you it won't burn. It won't burn. But I can show you where to get the AAA bags at. Okay, that they can't tell. They can't tell, man. Okay, they can't tell unless somebody up on you and ask you where'd you get that from. You just tell them, yo, it's Louis, man. What do you mean where I got it from? It's Louis, man. I remember one time I bought a AAA duffel bag. It was AAA quality, LV. Man, I'm in the airport, man, looking like I'm somebody, man. That's it. Looking like I used to play for the Jets. I'm telling you. You ain't all that stuff made in China. You ain't even got to spend $100. Well, you get $100 and get you the AAA quality. It's the same thing. Shit, I can show you where to get a Rolex at that it don't click. The Rolex don't click. The Rolex don't click, man. I can show you where to get one. It don't. You're gonna spend a little something for it though, but it don't click. People be like, yo, he man got a rollie on. I'm not into the flash. I'm not. 'Cause that's how you sit up there and get robbed. I'm not into the flash. But some people are still into that. Well, my bag is real. I got it from the LV store. Okay, cool. But it's still made in China. No, it's not. Yes, it is. They just stamp it wherever they stamp it at. But it's made in China. That's just what it is. Your bag is fake. All of it's fake. What's real these days anyway? Okay, what's real? But I tell you what, you said keep simple, keep it moving. Well, if you want to go into the LV store and spend 20,000, knock yourself out. That means you got it, knock yourself out. But ain't nobody worried about it. It's just for you to know you got it. But ain't nobody at the end of the day, somebody told me nobody really cares. You gotta live your life like that and it'd be better. Nobody really cares, man. All I care about is just chilling. That's it. Just have a peace of mind. That's it. But I tell you, man, this trial has been everything but everything crazy. It has been. You said people on Sheen now. You ain't even gotta go listen. I can just go to Alibaba.com, man, and search AAA quality. That's all you gotta do. You can cut out Sheen. You just go to Alibaba, man. Or go to New York. Or go to Alibaba. Any city got the bootleg spot. Yep, health. Rest in peace, Ananda Lewis. Yeah, it's a blessing to just be walking and enjoying the day. It really is. Now, as far as they saying Puff was upset today, that I can't tell you because I can't see his face on that monitor. I can see him clearly, but I can't see his facial expressions. I can see him talking to his attorneys. Um, Yeah, I could see her to him talking to his attorney, stuff like that, but um, nothing else. I could see him gesturing to like family members with the heart sign. I could see that too. His supporters and stuff. He's very aware of everybody in the courtroom. He looks around and everything. I did see the artist today. She came into the overflow room just to chill with us for a little bit. Just to, she on our it was on the break. It was when they had a long break. The court artists that do all the sketches and stuff. There's three of them, I believe. But one of the main ones, she came in. She's really cool. She talks to everybody. All those sketches you see is typically her. It's a lot of journalists in there, writers and stuff like that, man. It's really cool to see them all take notes, stuff like that. But they do be looking at the YouTubers though. Like these people, man. But when they be outside doing the most, they're like, oh my God. Why are they here, man? That's what they be looking like. Why are they here? I don't vlog. I try not to vlog. I try to just get in the car and go. And then you got people trying to get people kicked off TikTok. This one guy, his name is what Secret Service Sam. He can't go live anymore for something. Yeah, people out there trying to mess your bag up, everything. But the people in the media, they have vlogs too. They have YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. They all do. So they getting with the program. But there's some YouTubers out there that's really getting it though. Like Tisa, she really getting it. She really getting it. She doing her numbers. You know, I like that. I like that she getting it. I don't care. You know, I really like that she doing it. She's getting it, man. You have to tell you. Hold on, it was a vet coming by playing music. It was a Corvette out there playing music, man. So I had to mute it real quick. You said she grinding. She do everything herself, man. She a one-stop shop. She do everything herself, man. Yes, Trump made room for the YouTubers and TikTokers because his granddaughter's getting a lot of money. His granddaughter, she's getting like 1 million views per video, man. His granddaughter, Trump Jr.'s daughter, and his grandson does TikTok. He's getting his numbers on TikTok, and so he doing that, getting his numbers out there. So they doing their thing. So he understands the value of YouTube. Scoop said Tisa kind of thick. Man, she cracks me up the way she do it with the way she do it. Well, this and that. Oh my God, she's like very animated. They're very and she's very animated. She's doing her thing. She really getting it. She hustle, man. She do she do it all. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. She does it all. And she sit there real quick, do what she got to do, and get back in the courthouse or leave. That's it. She got her own little section though. It's kind of hilarious. And she about her business. She is about her business. I ain't gonna lie. She getting the numbers, man. Her and rotten mango. They are getting their numbers 100%. They're getting their numbers. They're getting their numbers 100%. But yeah, they might look at us as competition, but they own social media too. This the mainstream media. Yep, she doing it, man. And she started at the bottom. She sure did. And working them numbers. She on Nancy Grace now. I think she gonna be a regular on Nancy Grace. Um what's his name is too? What's his name? I got his name on the tip of my tongue. He doing his thing too. Shoot. Armand. Armand Wiggins. He doing his thing too. Armand doing his thing. And yeah, man, he doing his thing. But she is a hustler. She grind. You know what I'm saying? She makes sure do the content. It's nonstop with her. She put out content every day. It's nonstop. Hustling. And she's not the only one. There's a lot out there doing their thing. Surprise witness. Man, yeah, they all doing their thing. For sure. They are getting it one way or the other. They got the content. They doing their thing. And that's just what it is. They doing it, man. They got it like 360. And they all talk to each other too. And the other lady, what's the other lady? She's a lawyer. She has like curly blonde hair. She's doing her thing too. She was getting interviewed when it was over with. She had all the cameras around her. They all doing their thing. I saw Elizabeth Milner from Law and Crime Network. She doing her thing. They're all young too, all of them, and they grinding. I'm definitely gonna be here for the Gilgo Beach murder trial, the serial killer. I'm gonna be here covering that trial too. Whenever that decide to start in New York, I'm gonna cover that. Yeah, you said black success. It's happening. Media, it's happening. Look, they're all independent. They're all independent, getting their own money. They ain't got no boss. Straight up. The boss is actually, you know who the boss is? Everybody got the boss is actually the people that's viewing. They're the boss. Because they decide whether you pop or not. Y'all, I know y'all understand that, right? Y'all decide it. Y'all decide whether we pop or not. So I like the hustle. I like the hustle, man. I like the hustle. And I like going there every day. I like watching the trials and like coming out here discussing it with you guys and having discourse because we can sit up here and agree and disagree, but we all know ultimately at the end of the day it's up to the jury. I ain't telling you guys something you don't know, or you can go research it. Period. We all know about trials now, all of us. If you follow this all the way through, you ain't nobody can tell you about the legal system no more. You already know about it. Okay, so you already know the legal system. So when I'm talking about it, it's just for the sake of conversation now. We ain't educate nobody over here because everybody know already. Everybody know the whole process now. Everybody. Everybody in here. Not one person don't know the whole system now. And not one person don't know it's up to the jury. We all know that. And a lot of people say, well, Max, it don't look good. You're right. But we'll see. We'll see. So we all know that. If you didn't know, now you know. And nobody can tell you nothing else moving forward. Nobody. You know more about the legal system now than the average person in your neighborhood. And the reason why we all came together because of the Diddy situation. Thank you, Michelle. I just love being out there, and if you're around these people and you talking to them, They talk, you know what they're talking about? They're not gossiping. They're talking about content. They're talking about the case. I'm telling you, because I'm around them. Armand and them, I'm around them. They're talking about the case. They're discussing the case and different ideas and content. That's what they're discussing. I'm telling you, they are. You know who else out there is hustling? They're not, yo. I'm sorry. I know people say this and that about him. That man out there hustling, man. He getting it how he getting it. This man was at the rally talking about y'all gonna die about it. He said, "Y'all who gonna be out here dying about it?" And they was like, "No, we're not trying to die over this." He said, "Why not? You ain't trying to die about it because they dying in L.A. right now. They out there dying." He stayed with that video on. He hustling. Whether people like him or not, he hustling. Oh, I'm gonna be covering Luigi. I'll be here for Luigi, Shannon. I'm covering Luigi. I'm covering the Gilgo Beach serial killer. I'm gonna be there for all of that. You know, it's not gonna get as much fanfare. You're not gonna have a lot of YouTubers there. That's probably what's gonna benefit me. But you know what? I can see Tisa being there. I can see them being there. If I talk to them, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be a big case. They probably come back. So I'll see them again. And this time I'm gonna get press credentials. I know how to get it now. So I have press credentials for Luigi and the Gilgo Beach Rex Heuerman whenever those trials decide to start. And they said somebody else in the entertainment industry is going to have a federal case here, so we will be there for that too. I'm not sure who he is. I got to look it up. But whenever that come, I'll be here. I'm on the ground now. If anything in New York, I'll be there. I am on the ground with it. I'm on the ground. I would love to go to Brian Kohlberger trial, but I'm gonna have to get some huge help with that because that's cross country. I am not trying to drive cross country. It'll have to be a flight. Ashe. It'll have to be a flight, man. I can't drive cross country. And then, hotels and stuff like that. That can be rather expensive. I get an extended stay. Extended stay like that. Boots on the ground. With Tory Lanez, that'll be, you mean when he get to the appeal? Um, yeah, I definitely would like to go to that for his appeal court hearing, which he got some heavy action now, guys. Tory Lanez, at this point, he just have to stay patient. Jose Baez got him. He's got to stay patient, man. But I got people in California, you know what I'm saying? Celebrity out there, Rachel out there. So I got people out there, but they live in NorCal though. But they out there. Celebrity boots on the ground too. She coming back. She boots on the ground. See, celebrity, she'll man, she everybody wait for celebrity to come back because they asking about her. I was talking to I forget her name. She had gray hair. Your LA Reid trial is in a couple of months and will be in New York. Okay, I'll be there for the LA Reid trial. I'm sure Tisa will be there too. Yeah, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm sure LA Reid. Well, for everybody come out for LA Reid for sure. LA, so I know you in LA. Okay, LA Soul. I was just in Inglewood last year, May. I was in Inglewood. Shout out to Inglewood. Shout out to Inglewood, man. Y'all got a nice stadium in Inglewood, the Clippers. Yes, you do. Yeah, so LA Soul is there. You got to go code for the Tupac trial. See, the thing is, that's in Vegas. I'm gonna need some heavy donations for that one. If y'all donate for, I'll put up a GoFundMe link. If you want to meet my number, I'll go. Y'all decide if y'all want me to go. Max, I need you to pull up the Keefe D, yo. Stop playing with me. Well, I'll do a GoFundMe link and put the number up there, and I'll be there. Because I'm not gonna run off with y'all money. I gotta go. I can't run off with y'all money. You're gonna be like, Max, we donate all this money and your ass is still in New York. Stop playing with us. You get on the plane. Yep, I'll be there. Keefe D. I'll be there, man. Keefe D, bro. Guys, it's Max outside of the courtroom. We're talking with Keefe D. I'll be there. So that's another trial I'm interested in if y'all want. I have to do something. We have to plan it out. And then I'll go. We can get some YouTubers and get an Airbnb. Right. We could do that. Because everybody know I'm cool. Celebrity know I'm cool. She chill with me. And that was my driving partner. And Rachel know I'm cool. Rachel off the hook. She said I drive slow, celebrity. You probably gonna say the same thing. Let's see. Rachel said I drive slow, man. I'm not trying to hit no potholes. Y'all need to do a reality show. I'm gonna have to run that by them. I'm cool with Tisa and them. She said, you coming tomorrow? I said, Tisa, I'm here for the long run. She's all right. And she get back to her business. Israel just, oh man, don't say they really. So they going at it. They still going at it, man. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna have to look at that when I get in the house. I know my mother gonna say something about it. Thank you, Dante Drake. I'm just kind of like, just I'm learning on the fly because it's my first time boots on the ground. But I must say though, all the YouTubers are helpful. They are helpful. They will show you how to get views too. Just all you have to do is ask. They'll show you. They'll tell you, oh, you need to do this and do that, do this, do that. They tell you. Because I'm lazy on my thumbnails. They said, bro, you gotta do your thumbnails, man. What's wrong with you, man? You got a phone. Sit out here and do your thumbnails before you go live, man. What's wrong with you, Max? Yep, they do. They'll tell you how to get the views. For sure. They will help you. And guess what? They will give you a shout out. Tisa gives shout outs all the time. But you just can't be recording her without her knowing though. Just like anybody. But she will give you a drop when she on her way to a ride. They will do it. They will give you a shout out, man. All these people are cool, man. But guys, with that being said, let me end it here, and I'll come back with a part 2 or something like that. Thank y'all for watching, and I definitely will keep y'all updated. I'll be there tomorrow, and I found some spots to eat at. Celebrity, a nice Chinese spot. Miss Knockout put me on. It's right by the courthouse. Right by the courthouse. She hit me with that. But yeah, she hit me with that right there. And yeah. Yeah, she talked about it. I walked there with her. Me and her had some lunch together. And she about her business. We were talking about content. We were talking about different things and working it that way. But she said that pizza spot up there is pretty good too. So it's right up there. and she showed me where to go to the ATM. I had to go inside City Bank has an ATM, so we go in there. You don't want to go into the one on the corner. That's sketchy. That's a sketchy one. So you don't want to do that. Everything around there takes cash. Okay, celebrity, do I drive slow or what? Because Rachel said I drive slow, man. I think you might say I drive slow too because I'm not speeding. You can't speed around here. They have speed traps. You know those satellite things. They have them everywhere in New Jersey. You cannot speed around here. You will get mailed a ticket. They will mail you a ticket. You can't speed around here. Not in New York either. Ain't no speeding. They cut that out. They eradicated that. She said I drive aggressively. Told you, Rachel. I drive aggressively when I have to. Because you have to, when you trying to get through traffic, you got to. It calls for it, but driving fast, no. Oh yeah, we be having fun with that. I said blow one more time. I don't do that no more. It's it is what it is. But as long as you stay in your lane, as long as you stay in your lane, you find a new driver in New York. It's not. It's easy. It's just stay in your lane. It's just a lot of traffic. That's all. If you in California, y'all should be used to that. Yeah, the traffic ain't nothing for y'all. So it's just the same here. It's not bad. It flows. It flows. They have the traffic guards out, moving traffic by the tunnel now, so it's all good now. And they keeping the protesters on lockdown. They watching them. So it ain't nothing really going on like that. But all right, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I will catch you guys maybe a little later. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all.